Hello and welcome to a bit of a different video than normal. This will be a behind the scenes with me on a day-to-day life as a recruiter and business owner for a financial services recruitment agency. This will be me helping people wanting to get a job in financial services, giving advice, helping secure them interviews, overcoming objections, also speaking to clients, really getting to understand them and what they're looking for and how that compares to the market, and hopefully give you an insight into what a recruiter does so that it could benefit you. You may be picking up tips along the way. You may then feel that you would benefit from my service and can reach out to me, and that way you know me. That's not a problem at all. And also you may want to drop some questions in the comment box below that I can answer week to week. So it's a bit of a different video. It's gonna evolve as we go, so if you've got any tips, any recommendations, I'm all ears. I just want to sort of lift the lid on what recruiters truly do, and that we are humans behind the scenes, and we're here to help. That's what we're passionate about. That's what we're proud to do here at Premier Jobs UK. So hopefully you like this video. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, because there's more of this content to come. So yeah, here it goes. Really pleased to have that interview booked in for you, because I do feel the proposition works well for what you're looking for, in that you're wanting to get more administration experience with then that genuine progression to become an advisor, and by being able to support 3 of their brokers, that's going to give you more exposure, more cases to be sort of supporting on, and you'll be doing that sort of full start to end process, so really helping prepare you to become an advisor. One thing when I did speak to chat to him following your application, came up was his slight concern in terms of your current role, in that you've only been there 4 months. That is a natural concern for him to have, and so I'm making you aware that that will be something we just need to overcome with him. And how I positioned it to him, and this is up to you if you want to follow sort of similar style or throw your own spin on it, but I said that whilst you're happy in the role, you can't see that there's going to be that progression to become an advisor, which is what you mentioned to me, and rather than just sort of sitting back and hoping, you're actually doing something about it, and you're trying to find that action, which it could be seen as a negative that you're jumping ship so quickly, but I played it to him that he's wanting to grow his business, and he's not wanting an administrator to come in so that he can then slack off and go play golf in the afternoon. He's wanting that workload to be taken off him so he can go and do more, and so he wants someone who's also going to take action in that role, and he liked he then saw the positive in that. So that's how I've overcome that for you, and again, you'll just sort of need to reassure him that you're not looking to jump ship straight away. Well, good luck tomorrow. If you have any issues throughout the day, just give me a call. Otherwise, I look forward to hearing from you after the interview. No worries. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers. Bye. So you've just seen a clip here of me speaking to my candidate ahead of their interview tomorrow. You'll have noticed that I was helping brief the candidate, getting them ready for the interview, because they're really keen on this proposition, because it does tick a lot of the boxes. What's interesting on this particular candidate and situation is the client initially rejected their CV when I did submit it. The main driver for that is the candidate's only in their current job for 4 months, and is looking to progress to an interview for this role. So the client was a bit uneasy because they're already looking to move so quickly. However, I've been able to get the client to overcome from viewing it as a negative and look at it as a positive, because the candidate is taking action. They're not quite happy in their current role, and this role would offer them a better career prospects, and so they're doing something about it. So that might be uneasy that they're looking to jump ship so quickly, but it's the right mentality, and the person is taking action. They're determined, they're motivated, and they're not just applying for jobs here, there and everywhere. This one truly does tick a lot of the boxes. It's local, gives them that career progression. It's in a the part of the industry that they want to be in, and so that's why they're applying. And they saw that I've got it available and they reached out to me. So that's the value a recruiter can provide, is really turning around those rejections into interviews. It doesn't always happen that way, but on this case I was able to apply my knowledge of the client's business and have an open discussion with them and say that it's worth pursuing further. So fingers crossed for tomorrow's interview. Really do hope that goes well, because I want to help this particular individual, because they are keen to get into the industry, and it'll be fantastic to see them do well. Next call I'm about to make is speak to one of my candidates. I spoke to them last week. They're looking for a mortgage advisor role. They've been out of it for about 2-3 years, been in property management, want to get back into mortgage advice because that's what they used to do, but are struggling with the issue of not having CAS. I've got a role that's just come out this afternoon that does have CAS, and is also the other aspect that they really wanted was a directly authorised firm. They've been to a network before, weren't particularly sold on it, so the role I did have available when I initially spoke to them was with a network. It wasn't going to be the right fit, so I'm not going to try and push water uphill with this one. But now I have got the right role, going to reach back out to them, and hopefully that can produce a submission, because this offers them what a lot of the stuff they were asking for last week. So that'll be interesting. We'll see how that goes, and yeah, hopefully it results in a submission. So unfortunately that candidate I mentioned didn't answer, but what I've done is just dropped them an email, left a voicemail as well, just to say give me a call back when you're free, because then we'll be able to go through the proposition. It happens in recruitment, it happens in all jobs. The people you want to speak to aren't always available, but that's fine. We'll make time when it's convenient for the candidate and go through it, and hopefully go through that very soon and get them submitted. Doing something a bit different today, so helping my beautiful fiancée Yaz, who owns a successful balloon and event decoration business. Today she's got a set up for a hen do right in the centre of Bath, which shouldn't have been a problem if we had our van delivered on time, but Ford have delayed it by a few months now, which is causing us a few problems on some of our bigger setups like today. So I'm just lending a hand so that we don't have issues, because it's right in the centre of Bath. Got issues with parking, getting the helium upstairs because there's a lot to do, but yeah, just lending a hand, make sure you get a little bit of what we do, and then we'll be back in the office later this afternoon to carry on working. So that was a little bit more interesting than we first thought. Where we thought we were going to be able to get access with the parking, we weren't able to, because it was had to be authorised access only. But it's one of these things you learn along the way. So I had to park a little bit further out, about sort of 5-minute walk, which carrying a massive helium canister was not easy work, especially on the cobbles of Bath, but that's fine. We get things done. As a business owner, you've just got to roll your sleeves up and just make do sometimes, because for the client, they've got the hen do. They want it as a nice surprise when everyone comes in, with all the balloons set up. So Yaz will do a fabulous job with that, and she shouldn't be long, then be able to get back to work, get back to the office. Just in the meantime, gonna catch up on some emails, prepare for the team meeting that's coming up, and see if anyone needs me. So I mentioned I'd give you a little sneak peek, so here it is. Lovely property in Bath. There it is. Yeah, well, in terms of then giving you the role or not, because obviously he's giving you sort of a role that doesn't exist, so I'm not sure then how that compares, because in terms of him doing other interviews, I imagine he'll still require administration support.
Okay.
So that's an interesting conundrum, because he's fine making a role for you, which is fantastic, but I don't know then how that compares. So yeah, I can obviously have that conversation with him and really try and peel back the layers on that, so we know where you stand. Yeah, of course. And is there any particular questions you would like me to be focusing on asking for him? Yeah, well, clearly he must have liked you to have offered you the job, which is fantastic. Well, yeah, well, offered you an option, I guess, and it sounds like he needs to actually commit to, this is what I want to offer, I guess, if we want to use that word. But he's definitely put forward a proposal, hasn't he? Fantastic. Well, that's really pleasing that, you know, that was a potential thing and we've overcome it, got you the interview, and you've clearly done very well for him to be even thinking, you know, this way to make a role exist for you. And obviously, like I said, we don't want to get ahead of sales, we want to make sure it actually transpires into an offer. But from my point of view, why would he be bothering to do that? Yeah, cool. So what I'll do, the next steps from here, is I'll catch up with get his take on how it all went. Obviously I'll then be coming back to you to relay that feedback, and really it will be dependent on what he suggests the next steps will be in terms of what we do next, because if it is he needs to interview a few more people, then obviously we're just going to have to allow for that to happen. Or he just, you know, he may have said that because he just wanted a little bit of time to think, and he may then, you know, on the phone to me say, no, this is what I want to progress with. So yeah, the ball sounds very much in his court as to what happens next, and I will, you know, relay that to you as soon as I hear more. No worries at all. Well, yeah, appreciate you giving me the call. Like I said, well done again. You must have done something good today, for this to have, you know, come out with this outcome. And then as soon as I hear more, I'll be in touch. No worries at all. You too. Cheers. Bye. So he would prefer to take her on as an advisor. Yeah, but she doesn't even have CMAP 1 yet. So he's proposing take her on part-time 3 days a week so she can spend the other 2 days a week studying for CMAP, because he wants to be part of her journey and get her to fully CMAP over the 2-3 year journey. But once she gets CMAP 1, she can move, instead of admin, do much more advising. Yeah. And she's still got time to be doing her CMAP study. So it sounds very bizarre. The whole 4-month thing didn't really come up. She brought it up and he was pretty cool with it. So I reckon she must have just impressed him like quite quickly. Just needed it to be reframed. You know, I fully got it when he came back and said she, you know, not keen. She'd been only in a job for 4 months. It's understandable, you know.
Yeah.
Why would he want to put that investment into someone who will then be looking for a new job in 4 months' time? But she wasn't really. It was all circumstances. My YouTube videos, me connecting with her on LinkedIn, me posting the job, you know, it all sort of aligned. But also, she's doing something about it, you know. She's taking action. She wants to progress in career. She's serious about it. You know, why hold her back? Yeah. So, interesting. Cool. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's got a few different things within it. Like I said, this is the start of a weekly series, so hopefully the next one will be coming out next week. Next week got a team meeting coming up, first time in 2 years, which is really exciting. Can't wait to have everyone sort of back together. Some people can't make it, which is a bit of a shame. However, we'll adapt and overcome that. So that will be featured in it. Also hopefully progressing a few more of my candidates, speaking to some more clients, and really giving you insight into what I do as a recruiter and business owner. So like I said at the start, if you like this video, give it a like, give it a subscribe, because hopefully this is more to come. Also feel free to put any questions you have in the question box below. What I'd love to do is do a segment each week where I'm answering some of your questions, giving my insight as a recruiter, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you know, whatever it might be, I'm happy to answer it, and we'll see where it takes us. So yeah, this is part of a new journey for us. We'll give it a go, and yeah, welcome your feedback. But yeah, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and see you again soon. Cheers, bye.